So I was on the train and it stopped at Ermita station and sat there for about an hour. So I was looking forward to seeing this procession of vehicles come in for 11:30, and it's 11:37 now. And there it is. This is the view I got from over the tops of the models of Templo Mayor. So if I hang out here for 2 hours, I think Jill Biden is supposed to be, I think she's supposed to tour Templo Mayor proper. But this is how close I got to Joe Biden today. Well, I guess he'll be in the presidential palace for a while. He just is arriving, I guess. I see that tarmac over there. I see the kind of like parade ground. The flag is behind, the flag is like the center marker, but it's behind the Parroquia de la Asunción. Actually, let me try to get a different angle on it. Oh, so you can get that close? How'd they get over there? No, there's a gate right there. They're not going to let me through. So that's not happening. Okay, yes, that's the side of Templo Mayor. So this is probably the museum for Templo Mayor. Don't mind me just walking around talking to myself. I should just walk up to the gate and be like, I borrowed Joe Biden's GoPro. I was just trying to run it back to him real quick. I think this is the back of the presidential palace. So that is the street I was just coming down. And that is the side of the presidential palace. And it looks like people get through if they have like an access card. So I see clearly that it is not meant for me. Let's walk around a little bit more and see what we can see. Looks like the Suburbans have like Mexico plates, but there's like guys in fatigues in the driver's seat. Ooh, that smells like French toast. Oh, wow. And those are U.S. government. Those guys are covered in gear. Wow. There's like very SWAT team Delta Force looking people inside of that Suburban. So I see some of these like gate points where there's people there with an insignia on. I guess they're just kind of like looking at who comes through, and at some of them they show cards to people and that's how they get through, and at some of them they just look at you weird while you're walking in. But I still haven't understood what the purpose of those zones are. There's stores that are open behind some of them, so they're probably being more permissive there so they don't shut somebody down for the day. It's like, I don't know if that's involved in the presidential stuff or not. Oh, wow. So right after I took a step back to take a picture of this motorcycle, and without so much glare on the word Marina, I started walking through the crowd forward, and I saw these military guys at the back door to the palace, and I saw this military truck pull up, and I said, "Oh, that's interesting. I'll take some pictures of this." Well, in my GoPro battery, I have 1.2 amp battery, and then I ran a wire up to my GoPro for my backpack with another 10 amps of backup battery. The problem is I didn't wake up that battery, so my GoPro dies right now, right as a nice, very friendly, very professional Mexican Secret Service agent came up to me and said, "Don't take any more pictures here." I'm wearing this shirt, so I always like to think that after you have an encounter like that, they radio it in and they're like, "I told Meowika not to take any more photos, make sure he complies." I saw him checking out the military equipment store, watch out for him. Probably not saying that. I also like the way he was like, "No more photos here," and the whole time I was taking his video with my GoPro, but what are you gonna do? And then as I was waiting next to these ruins here that you see in the background, Templo Mayor, which is right next to the presidential palace, and this was essentially kind of like the presidential palace of its time before 1521 when Hernan Cortes came and defeated Cuauhtémoc. And so I'm waiting here with that crew from La Prensa, which is to say the press, and I see that there's Secret Service people up on the roof with a really big like loophole spotter, and they're looking around, and the police kept looking at me, and the Secret Service people kept looking at me. I was waiting for Jill Biden to show up here. So after 2.5 hours of looking at the exact scene that you're looking at here, and occasionally having like low-grade police interactions where they just kind of come stand next to me for a while and look at my view and then walk away, finally one officer came by and said, "This is a walkway. We can't just be standing or sitting here." And so they kicked out the La Prensa people to the left, and before they could start talking to me, I just decided to walk away. So really deflating feeling. She was supposed to be there at 1:30. She was probably in the museum at 1:30 and maybe never came outside for security reasons or something like that. But it's just kind of funny that they'll put something out on like the embassy website saying where she's going to be and what she's going to do, but there's really nothing about that that pertains to you unless you are like mainstream corporate media that's actually going to get to tag along. And yeah, I don't think I have the views on my YouTube channel to qualify to be taken seriously in that regard. So oh well, time wasted. I decided to get out of there and go take a look at the parade route, or the desfile, the route that they were going to drive away with Biden and everybody, and see if I could take some pictures there. Luckily, I got, after being out there for like 9 or 10 hours, I got like a couple of photos that I was really looking for. Nothing big. It turns out that Joe Biden is super blurry in real life. Yeah, it's not my camera, it's him. Well, that sucked. So I knew what they were gonna say to me because I heard them say it to the Prensa people. Maybe I'll find something, maybe I'll find that route. Looked like there was some orange gated off area before. And while I was waiting for the president to drive by, I ran into a cool Polish-English photographer named Albert.
The Secret Service today wants to take my shit, they'll get it.
To just basically, I just hide it like this, and I take a photograph wherever I've got a photograph.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
People are going to be going this way or that way, you know.
That's Canadian, I think. I don't know.
This one.
I mean, I just followed a gate like this on a smaller street to a dead end, but they could obviously open it up. All the gates are manned. So I'm looking at the gates that people have hands on, and it looks like everybody's waiting here, so I go.
I hope it's all good. It's all done.
Now, step look, you know, we'll figure it out. Just keep looking over your shoulder. I'll have to splice that footage from my shoulder to pretend. If I did have a picture of Joe, I'll have to splice it onto fake footage. Be like, that's when I got him. He was in that one right there. It was off before, so. That's awesome.
So pretty, advertisement.
I think that guy has marijuana.
You know, I don't like, and I used to work for magazines in Poland, photographing celebrities, but Polish kind of Polish league.
Okay.
Polish celebrities, Polish actors, and I really avoid it because, you know, everybody's got celebrities, so I don't want to photograph celebrities that much.
Oh, I know a place up here, I think.
Like I told you, this is like inverse law of, I always bump into celebrities.
Yeah.
Or I go somewhere. Okay,
if you like leave without your camera or something.
Like today, I wasn't even thinking about Biden and being next to his route.
Oh yeah, you didn't know? Okay.
No, I mean I knew that he was coming, and I saw him because yesterday I took a walk with a friend, and we were walking in that direction of Hidalgo and further on. But you know, the Mexican Wall Street, you know where it is?
Let's go past those booksellers here. Yeah, I know a restaurant up here.
So I saw them. I think Trudeau just arrived, so they cut off the whole sector. And yeah, there's a lot of lights but no people. And
photogenic because every stall has its different lights, and so you have this interesting God view of people browsing their books.
This reminds me, like in Paris, the bouquinists by the river. You know, they have.